Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're talking about another Palmetto State Armory build that I completed a while back. I did several over the last 6 months when it seemed like AR-15 parts and kits and uppers were just readily available at your fingertips and at good prices. Palmetto State Armory was running so many specials and deals earlier in the year. Now it seems like not just them, but most AR-15 parts suppliers and whatnot, even dealerships, gun dealers for uppers seem to be out of stock everywhere. But anyway, I'm digressing. This review is for the 20-inch AR-15 Freedom line rifle kit from Palmetto State Armory. I think I paid $4.99 maybe for the rifle kit. You throw the Anderson lower on it, and minus the scope, and I've got a different trigger in it, but minus those two things, you're only talking about a $540 AR. And for rifle length, I thought that was a pretty good deal. Now it's a nitrated barrel. Some people frown upon not having a chrome line barrel. I am not one of those. You can do all kinds of research online about it. The nitriding seems to be holding up very well. They call it melanite, nitride. It's some kind of coating, but and some people believe that it's better than chrome lining because it doesn't add anything to the barrel to the bore rather, that could decrease your accuracy. I don't know, but if I see a chrome lined and it's a good price, I might get it. I'm not saying that I think chrome line is bad necessarily. It's just that for me, as long as it's some kind of nitride or melanite finish, I'm fine with it. Chrome lining doesn't mean that much to me. I don't shoot with a slide fire or full auto, obviously. So, those high round counts just aren't going to come from any of my guns. I mean, I try to shoot all my guns quite a bit, as often as I can afford, is what I should say. As often as I can, or as often as I can afford, because ammo's not cheap anymore. But still, the point is, chrome lining can help if you're shooting a lot of corrosive ammo, which I don't. So, but anyway, it's a nitrated barrel. I believe it's a 1 in. I want to say it's a 1 in 7. Let me see if it's on here. Yes, it is a 1-7 twist. It's right up here on the barrel. You probably can't make that out on the video, but it says 5.56 NATO 1.7 PSA. So it is not an FN barrel. A lot of people talk about PSA. The only thing you should buy from them is their FN barrels. I disagree with that too. I think the FN barrels are great. Don't get me wrong, but I have gotten a couple of their different Freedom lines. I had some of their PTAC stuff. I've gotten some of their stainless barrels, and I've never had any issues out of them. Would the FN barrels be better? Probably, but I think these are just fine as well. So anyway, it's a 20-inch rifle length, obviously. Rifle length gas system. It's got a front sight gas block. It did not come with this buttstock, surprisingly. This buttstock, and I don't have the one that it came with handy, or I'd show you, but it had more of almost like a gray finish to it. I might have been able to rub some oils in it or something to get it darker, but I just really didn't like the way it looked. I had this buttstock sitting in my parts bin, if you will, where I had bought a rifle tube, buffer, spring, and all that. It came with the buttstock for a different rifle, and I didn't use this buttstock though. And so I threw it on here, and I thought it matched this gun's furniture much better. Everything's pretty. I mean, it looks like it came with this one, but it didn't. The one that came with it is like a really gray ash color almost, and I just didn't care for it. And that's the second one that I've gotten from them. Another video I've got up on the 18-inch DMR, it also came with the gray. I didn't mention it in the video, but it came with like this grayish A1 or A2 buttstock, and it just didn't look nice. But this one is an actual UTG, I think I paid $50 for the buttstock, and it came with the buffer tube and all that. I needed it for a different gun. Okay, so like I said, the kit went together real well. I did it on an Anderson lower, you can see here. I actually did some color fill on it, so you can Some people like that, some people don't. I did it just to see how easy or hard it is to do. There's a bunch of YouTube videos on it about it. Let's take it apart here and look at the insides of it, and I'll show you the bolt carrier group that comes with it. Obviously, one of the things people like so much about ARs, and I happen to agree with, is how easy they are to take apart. For people who are new to guns and new to rifles, it just makes them so simple. But like I was saying before, this is not the trigger that came with the kit. This is an EPT trigger. It is a PSA trigger, and the trigger that came with it is a good trigger. PSA makes a good mil-spec trigger in their kits. It's but this is one of their EPT, their enhanced polished triggers. It uses a nickel boron coating. And also, I don't know if you can see down in there, I've got a JP Springs kit, both the yellow strings, the trigger and the hammer spring. Makes it a very light trigger pull. This is the reduced power. It's called the reduced power spring kit from JP Enterprises. It makes it very light. I think I was getting under 5-pound pulls on it, and I was concerned that using that I would get a lot of cleanup oil on there. I was afraid I would get a lot of light primer strikes. I didn't have any. I think I had maybe one, and I attributed that to the ammo after everything was said and done, because then I can't remember why. I remember thinking it was the ammo, but anyway, here's the upper. The upper is pretty much exactly the way it came from Palmetto. I didn't do anything different to the upper, other than the scope. I mean, it does have a different scope on it. This is a Russian scope. I bought this. It's an 8-power 56mm objective. I bought it back in, I don't know, probably over 10 years ago. The only writing on it says VOMZ. I've not seen any since, but it works great. It's a really nice, rugged scope. Standard bolt carrier group. It's an M16, you know, full auto bolt carrier group or whatever. Nothing real particular about it. I mean, it's like any other bolt carrier group. It's got pretty good staked on the gas key bolts there. They're staked pretty good. You know, I don't know how many rounds I've gotten through this already, and there's no wear on it that I can see. It's working good. And then your standard charging handle, nothing special there. It does have the M4 extensions on the extension. It is M4 extension, but it is a rifle gas system. Underneath the handguards, it is rifle. Can't think of anything else to say about it. I'll roll in some footage of me shooting it, and I've got some trigger pull weights on this trigger from another video that you can go to my channel and look at. It's a video about the EPT trigger. It's not. I might not have this particular gun in the video, but it's the basically the same thing. It's this EPT trigger with the reduced power. Very light, but yet it's mil spec. It's just one pull. It's not a two-stage or anything. Very good trigger. Anyway, if you like the video, hit that subscribe or hit that like button. If you want to see other videos like this, hit the subscribe button to see other videos of mine when I publish them. You know, check out my other videos. I like to think of my reviews that I do as just, you know, they're all one man's opinion, obviously, in my opinion, but I'm just a regular guy like anybody else. I don't get any of this stuff given to me. Everything that I review on my channel is stuff I have bought. It's worth. But if you like these kind of videos, just, you know, subscribe and check them all out. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.